Yeah, we can tease that. The community knows about it.
Are you recording this?
This is recording.
Okay.
All right, ask again. Okay, so what is a techie? So a techie to me is someone that honestly just likes technology. I mean, there's all sorts of different techies out there. There's the level 10 wizards like Maycock, and then there's the newbie like me, honestly. I mean, I know it's one of the questions and comments I always get is like, hey, you guys own a smart home company, like, are you guys techies? Are you guys like really good? And can you speak to my LAN and WAN and all those buzzwords? I think Eric used the word checksum earlier, and I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, but there's all different levels of techies, and we appreciate every single level that we have. And so we've got people from, like I said, Maycocks of the world to me, but all together we build great products.
I'm probably pretty similar. Somebody techie to me is probably somebody that cares more about technology and all the different gadgets and things that are around than maybe some other things. Sports would come to mind. Not that you can't be a techie and like sports. I happen to love baseball, but I also don't know that I qualify myself as a techie either.
Someone that says WAF all the time would be quite the tech person.
Or if you know how to answer an electrical question.
Yeah.
So Inovelli's most important techie is obviously our chief techie officer, Eric Maycock. We literally probably would fall apart without him fixing all the problems that we create. He's out there, he's constantly the person fixing all the problems, creating new solutions, really making our products the best that they can be, putting all the different firmware together, getting all the device handlers and drivers set up, answering the questions. He constantly answers my questions too. So Eric, we love you. We couldn't have done it without you. Please don't ever leave us.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, not only does he get Nathan's questions, he also gets my questions I don't know how to answer, and everyone else's, like the ones that are just super complicated that come into the forums. Immediately, if they see the name like Home Seer or Home Assistant, it's like, here you go, Maycock, have fun, sort of thing. So, but yeah, no, we really appreciate you, Maycock. Been there for a long time with me and us, and it's just, we couldn't have done it without you. I mean, I'll share a quick story. That's the next question, right? Something about like how we met. So me myself had a product that I launched, and a certain brand, very popular brand, gave an update to their hub, which broke basically everything, and including the 2-channel plug that we had. And so I was panicked because it was the first product we had. I literally sold probably about all my inventory, and that hub was very popular with that. And so it was just, you can imagine the sheer stress that I had, plus having to figure out, hey, is this a recall or what can we do? I don't know how to code. So like, it was just insane. And so I reached out to a community and just said, hey, SOS, I don't know how to code. Can someone please help fix this issue? And Maycock had volunteered, and he said, hey, I just send it to me real fast, and I'll take care of it. So I sent it to him, and I expected it to be a couple weeks or a month or whatever. And within, I'd say, 6 hours of him receiving it, he said, oh yeah, fix the code, and I'm going to send it to this company to have them fix some things that they broke on their end. And I was just like, dang, like, all right, this is cool. Like, this guy is awesome. And long story short, I mean, he has been the guy that has found these bugs, has worked with the community for their enhancements that they would like on our products, and just said, hey, like, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do. Just a great guy, and we're excited to have him on the team, and we're excited that we found National Techie Day to talk about. No. So, I should say he loved the firmware on the product because he wrote most of it, but the physical appearance of the products he was just not a fan of. He said, hey, this... I was joking with him because I had it in my house, and I think you had it in your house, and the other guys had it in their houses, and we're just like, hey, Maycock, like, where's yours at? Like, he's just like, I won't put those things in my house. Like, the firmware is good, but I don't really like the hardware. And so that's kind of where the inspiration came for Generation 2, was just, hey, all right, we need to make this a Maycock standard. Like, how do we make this switch something that he will put in his house? And that's kind of where those Gen 2s came from.
We had all the project code names that you guys have seen inside the box, but extra internally, I guess you could say, they were called the Maycock series.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I remember that because we were coming up with ideas, red series, black series, and I think it was like the Maycock signature line or something.
Yeah,
What
we were gonna call
it. My favorite innovation so far, I'd say, is it's a mixture between the light strip and the fan and light, but I'd say I lean towards the fan and light more because it was the first time that we actually used beta testers and like an official beta tester program. And the reason why I liked it was because there's only 7 of us on the team, and there's only so much that we can do to find all the bugs. And that switch was the first one. That was a 700 series switch. So it basically took all of the code and all the stuff from our 500 series switch, and we had to rewrite it into the 700 series switch, but keep the same features, all that stuff. And so, and then add on not only one switch, but combine 2 switches into one. And so, it was great to have the beta testers there to really help us. I mean, we've found a lot. There's so many different hubs out there too. It's just real hard to test everything.
Yeah, for me, it's easily the light strip. It was the first project that I had the most input on from start to finish. I was there for dimmer switches, on-off switches, and those are great, but we had those Gen 1s. The light strip is definitely the first for me as far as being there. Like, I remember us being at breakfast and eating and talking about the changes we wanted to make and why we were doing it the way we were going to do it and what it was going to really do to really make it the best product out there, make it fit with the dimmers and on-offs. The fan and light, as we continue to innovate some of the best products available. So I'm excited to, finally, get working again on that thing, get it going, and see what we can do about getting it out here.
Yeah. The reason why we want to involve beta testers is because we make great products, but we can't find all the bugs, and we can't find make all the enhancements on our own. And so, with all the different hubs out there, I mean, there's hundreds of different hubs. It's hard to test and find all the quirks for every single one. And so we try to find beta testers that have different hubs and that we can test, and the ones that are super active in the community, and we just kind of go from there. And so it really makes our products stand out from the rest because we have this team of people that are there to help us and to find these bugs.
The beta testers are, the most techie to me, I guess, as we're talking about National Techie Day. They're the guys that can really go through and find it, guys and girls, I should say, that can really go through and find everything, nail out those bugs, find them, help us figure out how to fix the firmware, fix the drivers, fix the device handlers, fix the interoperability between the different products. Do they connect? Do they work? Do they not? And help to really figure out where some of those issues are. Like Eric said, if you can't tell already, I barely know how to use Hubitat. This was a big step for me to move away from something else that I'd done recently, but I don't know Home Assistant, I don't know OpenHab, and there's guys out there that know those things and can really go and test it and put it through the ringer and wash it out and get all the products figured out the way that we need them to be before we release them. We go through the community, we look who's the most active, who's the most helpful, who are the people that are really diving in, really being encouraging to other members, who are helping other members is a big thing for me as we're looking through. Who has that capability. The other part of it is are they doing something different? Are they on a different hub? I'm on a certain hub. We use a hub here at the office. We don't need the whole slew of beta testers all using the same hub. So I think that is a big part of it. And then just showing that willingness, the willingness to help, the willingness to be encouraging, the willingness to go out there and just be the community that you guys are, and you're being awesome at it. So we think of the beta program as an opportunity to reward you guys. Purchase history does not come into effect on the beta testing program. So we're very excited about community involvement to be a member of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where Nathan summed it up. I mean, we look for you, not necessarily don't come to us. I mean, we'll find you, sort of thing. And we appreciate all the people that do reach out. But at the same point, like, yes, we look for certain characteristics, certain engagement in the community, and there's hubs overall. The program is growing. I think for the fan and light switch, we had about 10 to 12, and now for the light strip, we've got about 20 to 25 at this point. So it is growing, and we're excited to have you along the way.
Again, in National Techie Day here, we're just to appreciate all the people that really helped make this company who it is. Obviously, starting with Chief Techie Officer Eric Maycock, but then everyone else that's really helped guide the community, guide this company, help to steer us, guide us, provide the direction that we need to create the best products out there. You know, we're make them for you guys, and that's what we want. We want you guys to be happy with them, and we appreciate all the involvement we get into getting that done correctly.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just, I consider you all techies, and everyone who's in the community, I consider you a techie, and we, like you said, you know, we're not a project manager of one, we're a project manager of 1,000. All of you guys contribute to all our projects. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and we appreciate you all together, and that's that.
See you guys.
Bye. I was like, the first part was so good, and then I just...
It was solid.
It was great.
All right.
Oh, you want me to redo it too?
Take advantage of your brains. Yeah, because they're way smarter than the two of us, it seems. English is awesome. So